Then the next is in writing tool, this is grammatic. Grammatic means if there is a mistake in a sentence, suppose if you're writing a sentence and there is a mistake in the entire sentence or in few of the word, it shows that grammatic mistakes. See, now if I start, it shows wherever the mistakes are. This particular sentence in grammatically it should not be written like this. So grammatically it is wrong. That's the reason it is showing you. That's the reason it is showing that those few word or sentence here. It has to be started with a word, with the addition word a. You see the addition word here. It has to be started with that. Okay, if you want to replace this thing, you select this, click this, and it will replace, or you can press this replace button. The next is this word, which is a mistake. So in this way you can resolve your grammatic mistakes through this. Okay, now the next is thesaurus. That's also something related to grammatical, or you can say mistakes where words, if a words is written, if a comma or a full stop or something, if there's one word on or something, or some extra commas or inverted commas have been added to that word, I think that's the mistake which shows through thesauruses. Okay, since there are no suggestions available, it's showing the suggestions are not available. There is a mistake, and if Corel has the suggestion, it will show you suggestions like what has to be replaced with that. Okay, this is the use of thesauruses. Okay, next is in writing tool, again we'll see quick correct. As you click quick correct, there is another window which opens, and here you will find few of the options of quick correct. First one will see capitalize first letter of sentence. Okay, if I take this particular thing and click OK, so what it does is, suppose if this is the sentence, first sentence, if I make it small, see it by default it changes that particular word to capital, because in text, in writing tool, in quick correct, I have tick marked those things. See here in this options, I have ticked this thing. That's the reason. If you do not type the first letter of a word in a paragraph in capital, it will by default change that first word to capital. Okay, let's understand again. Suppose this is the sentence, I'll pick, and suppose this first word I'll type in small. Okay, and again come out of the paragraph. I'll click on this pick tool and see the changes. Just keep observing this F, see how it changes. So I think this is the capitalized first letter of sentence. Okay, I'll change this to small and see that has changed. F has changed to uppercase. See, before I have typed it in small, but now by default it changes to capital. Okay, the same way it should happen here too. See, now see, it by default it changes to capital. So wherever you make the changes, suppose if I by mistake I type the first letter of the word in the sentence, if I type it is in small and try to type some other word, it changes the first letter of that sentence to capital. That is because the settings have been done that way. Here I have ticked on capitalize first letter of sentence. If I untick this, and even if you type any word in small letters, it doesn't change that letter to small. It keeps that letter as small, doesn't change it to capital. So again in text we'll see other options. In writing tool, in quick correct, we'll see some other options. So this is correct to initial consecutive capitals. We'll see what these things done. Now suppose if I type a word and by mistake the first two letters of those words I have typed it in capital. Okay, what it does is, again if I go further by pressing the space bar, it automatically changes the second word of that particular second letter of that particular word to small. By default it changes that thing, because in text, in writing tools, in quick correct, we have kept that setting in there like that. So this is how you can use the quick setting. Okay, this is correct to initial. If you untick this, so whatever way you type, it remains in that way. So it's better that you keep this setting, the default setting as it is, so that when you type, there are very minor changes of getting spelling mistakes. Okay. Now this is third is capitalize names of days. Suppose if you're typing the names of days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it changes the first letter of that particular word, it changes to capital. We'll try to type some day word here. I'll type and press spacebar. See, the first letter of that particular word, it changed to capital, because in setting it is kept that way. Okay, so capitalize names of days. So as I type the name of a day, the first letter, even if I type it in small, it changes to capital. Okay, because grammatically that is the correct way of writing a word of a particular day. This is automatically hyperlink. Okay, now if I type some website name, starting the default way of typing a website name is www dot some. If I type this and if I press space bar or press enter, see, you will get a hyperlink. Hyperlink means the text turns into blue and there is an underline. And what does this hyperlink does? The hyperlink it is a hyperlink to this particular thing. See, this is a small arrow. What you see? You select this entire text and you get a small arrow here. If you click on this, it shows the options. It shows the options of those particular website. Okay, that's the use of hyperlink. Again in text, if you untick this, you type any text like website text, it doesn't change the text color or the it doesn't give that text any kind of underline. So that's the use of hyperlink.